Alright viewers, we are back at Maria and Joe Live TV and we were talking about finances. I know it's kind of like scary when we are talking about finances, but it's the reality. It's the reality of life. And Joe, actually your mic is off, so if you could go ahead and fix it, that would be great. We couldn't hear you.
I can hear you just fine.
Okay. My fault.
You gotta keep praying for me, Maria. I have issues.
You have issues. You have issues. Well, viewers, as you actually seen earlier, we have Veronica Singh of Financial Mastery, and of course, on this third segment, I'm still here, and of course, Joe is still here, and I would like to actually give the floor to our guest, Mr. Bill Mitchell.
Billy Mitchell. Well, hello. Hi, how are you? I'm back.
Yes,
What
you're.
are we going to talk about today, Maria?
Well, you know what? Before we get to our next topic, it's actually not next topic. It's actually contribute to finances. I would like you to. You've been so quiet earlier. That's why I want to give the floor to you to say something. You know.
Well, let's see. I'm Billy Mitchell with Rheingold Enterprises, and today Joseph asked me to actually speak a little bit about Bitcoin, which since this is a financial show, I think today's a perfect day to talk about cryptocurrency. What do you think? Perfect day.
Yeah, we're gonna be talking about investment because that's actually contribute to a lot to personal financial finances to a lot of people out there, and literally viewers just few months ago this Bitcoin product Bitcoin investment actually just amazed us for how it goes up in the market, and now it's well known in there. I had a lot of friends who's actually talking about Bitcoin left and right, and how actually make them money, or some others said actually frustrate them because it went down really bad in last few weeks. So we are going to be talking about Bitcoin, and also I have my friend that actually talk a lot of Bitcoin. So we're going to pull that video in a moment, and I know that he talked a lot about it earlier, but since we have Mr. Mitchell over here, I would like to ask some few questions with you, Mr. Mitchell.
Wonderful. But call me Billy.
Billy.
Okay.
And he wanted to be called Billy, so we'll call him Billy. Well, Mr. Billy or Billy, all right. I know that when it comes to finances, investment actually plays a big role play on finances. So when it comes to investment, we have like tons of investment that we can invest in the market. But when I see this Bitcoin, I believe it started in 10 years ago, and it actually hit up the market really high from $1,000 or whatever is the cost when it started. It went up to $20,000, and now it back up to, I believe, $9,000 right now. So what can you actually advice to our viewers about this Bitcoin?
Well, first off, Bitcoin, you're right, Bitcoin actually started around 2009, and it's actually created by mining. Computers are used to crack mathematical code, and as they crack the code, the miners gain Bitcoin. So Bitcoin is actually ones and zeros. Like most of our money these days, very few of us actually carry cash, usually in a crypto. Cryptocurrency is on the World Wide Web, and it's actually created by mining. The interesting thing about Bitcoin was originally people created it by mining, and they had thousands of these little coins on their computer, and they were worth nothing at all. Until one day, a man said, I will give you 10,000 Bitcoin for a pizza. And somebody sent him a pizza. And that actually made the price of Bitcoin worth a penny. From there, it went from a penny to a few pennies to a few hundred pennies to a few $100, and now I think currently it's right almost $9,000 per Bitcoin. But it can invest much as stock or bonds or commodities, and in fact, the United States just decided that Bitcoin is a commodity. So they have put it into the name, it's a commodity.
Well, when it comes to, do you invest a lot on different investment or just Bitcoin, Billy?
Well, I'm invested in stock. I invest in mutual funds also. Bitcoin is one of the tools I use for investing. It's not my only tool. The good thing about Bitcoin, though, is let's say, the freedom from taxes. In that, the only time you have to pay taxes of Bitcoin is when you gain profit from them. And you inform the IRS and you have gained profit from your commodity. Whereas if I earn my money from my business or a job, that money is automatically taxed. Where Bitcoin is a little freer. But no, I invest in many options of ways to earn income. Bitcoin does not be my opinion.
Well, you know what? A few weeks ago, that Bitcoin currency actually went down really, really bad. Like from I believe it's $16,000 to $6,000. That's a big drop. It's really devastated a lot of investors right there. So, what do you advise to those people who actually getting into Bitcoin nowadays? Compared to those people who actually invested to Bitcoin a few years ago.
It's the same with any investment you go into. Whatever investment you go into, educate yourself. There is too much information in the world not to invest the time to find out about Bitcoin. Or if you're investing in a mutual fund, you would do the same thing. You would look at the prospectus from the company and you would have a sense of what they're investing in that stock portfolio. Or if you purchase a stock, you would do the same thing. You could educate yourself about the company you're investing in. I think Bitcoin is the same thing. What's going to happen with Bitcoin is that it will be more widely accepted. And as more people use Bitcoin to purchase items, and these days you can purchase anything from a coffee at Starbucks to a condo in Boca, the more Bitcoin is used in transactions, the more it will be accepted and the more the value of Bitcoin will go up. One thing about Bitcoin is it is a limited commodity. There will only be a certain number of Bitcoin created. So a limit sets the value.
Well, you know what? I heard not a few weeks ago, I heard that probably in the future we're going to be having because I know that this Bitcoin is actually a technology thing. There's no such thing as this is the huge Bitcoin selling it to investors. And I heard that we're gonna be having a electronic currency in the future in regards to this Bitcoin. What do you think about that?
Well, we already have electronic currency, and that calls your Visa or MasterCard. Those are all electronic. There's really no cash behind them, aside possibly when you use it in your bank as a debit card. But there again, that may not necessarily be physical cash, but a number that is set up in the account, the value of that card. What's unique about Bitcoin
Makes sense.
it's blockchain technology, which the difference is with your Visa card, all of those transactions go to one central location. If that central location is compromised in any way, if your data is breached, as in many cases it has been in the past, then all that money is gone. Where in Bitcoin, it's all over the World Wide Web in multiple locations all at one time. They call that decentralized. So that there is no way to get to one location for Bitcoin to be wrapped up. It's all over the world, which that blockchain technology is like billions and billions of dollars is being invested into growth.
So let me ask you this: if I'm not actually in Bitcoin yet, if I'm gonna invest into Bitcoin now, how much and who should I actually where should I invest my money?
Well, that's for each individual to find out what their risk is, because with any investment, there's a risk. With Bitcoin being a new technology, 10 years is new. There's always a higher sense of risk in that. So whatever you invest, be able to allow that to go away, because it quite possibly could. But if you have money to invest, first off, educate yourself. Secondly, look at some cryptocurrency exchanges. One is Gemini, which was created by the Winklevoss friends of Facebook fame and also Bitcoin, and also Bitfinex and some of the other currency exchanges out there where you can look into not only Bitcoin, but you can look into Ethereum or Litecoin or some of the other cryptocurrencies that are available.
So that's a good point. Bitcoin's the most popular one, but there are other cryptocurrencies out there like that. And like Billy said, it's up to us to do a little research. And never ever put all your eggs or your money in one basket, in one investment opportunity. But it's important to diversify, try out what's best for you. But you think you give you the most potential gain for a period of time.
I totally agree with that. Well, investment is actually one of the really sensitive information when it comes to finances too. So, like what I was saying earlier, it actually gives me, sweat by thinking all about this. There's a lot of things that we can talk about finances. We have like tax, which we kind of really touch it a little bit with Veronica earlier. We talk about student loans. Now we're gonna be supposedly talking about banking. Banking actually is part of our, it actually contributes a lot about our finances because we use this bank like Billy was talking about earlier about this Visa card, your debit card and everything. But remember, look on the banks. Go ahead.
No, that's a good point. The whole idea about Bitcoin is not to put everything into one centralized location. So that one location does all your business. The whole idea is to have your stuff all over the place. So then that can control you, control your finances. When you're in charge of your finances, I'm in charge of mine. Veronica, Billy, we're all in charge of making money our own way. Provided it's legit. Don't let it be illegal. that tax codes are written for people that have some kind of business. That's where we get our write-offs, that's where we have more opportunity to keep more of our money, to possibly have employees in the future, but more importantly, have more for us to enjoy and maybe take a chance at different things.
Yes, and like what I said earlier, when it comes to finances, go and talk to Joe.
It's so important, and sometimes you learn by making mistakes.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Learn from other people's mistakes. Sometimes we're too stubborn, but we have to make the mistakes ourselves.
Oh yeah, oh definitely. You know what? The only way you can go back up is when you are down.
That's true.
Because when you're up, there's no there's no stairs up. So that's. But anyways, like what I said. Like what I said, go to Joe when you have problem. No, I'm sorry. I'm just kidding. I am actually promoting the wrong person here. But look on look on financial mastery. Go take a look. If something that can help you out, go ahead and continue like their page. And don't forget to like our page and follow us on Facebook and. Subscribe on our YouTube channel. We're gonna talk more about Bitcoin in a few moments, but we are actually running out of time. We have some few minutes to go to, but I just wanna pull this out because I did have an interview with this person. And he is Mr. Oretias Herron. He is into Bitcoin as well. So he is also into Bitcoin, and I'm trying to pull it up. I'm so sorry. Go ahead, Joe. And
I want to thank a few people, a few followers right now. We have Irish Gunner joined, and Nancy Murphy's online, and we have Mike and Mark, and we appreciate all of you. Even Rick, and appreciate your support.
All right.
Maybe we'll learn something together.
All right, Joe. Well, this one is we're gonna be just for a reason. Our camera actually went bad yesterday, so we're just gonna be listening to what he's saying. Sorry, Big O. I'm really sorry. I don't know why our camera didn't went through, but. At least I got your voice on this one, so I'm gonna actually apologize ahead of time to Mr. Big O. He's gonna see me tomorrow and he's gonna say you didn't get my face. I don't know.
Maria likes sexy voices, so that's okay.
All right. So here you go. If you want, you're not gonna be able to hear it from this one, but if you can actually go and turn off your microphone and then go and listen it to our Facebook Live, you will be able to figure it out. Okay, and I am gonna pull it out right now. Alrighty. Alright, viewers, I have here Mr. Oretias, or they call him Big O. And go ahead and say hi to our viewers, Big O.
Hello, everybody. My name is Oretias Herron. Checking in here from Las Vegas. How you guys doing today?
And Big O, as we were mentioning few weeks ago, we're talking about the Bitcoin that's actually going or blowing up the market at this point. I know that there's some kind of fluctuation on investment, but I know that it's still actually very popular and famous to all our businessmen and individuals in the nation. Can you tell us more about it? When did it started? What happened throughout the years?
Okay, Bitcoin started back in about 2008, 2009. The people that founded it, or the person that founded it, is still unknown to this day. And Basically, what Bitcoin is, it's a way of peer-to-peer currency. It kind of cuts out the middleman, cuts out the banks, cuts out the IRS, and it's a great way for people to send money to families in different countries, next door, worldwide. Bitcoin kind of took off last year and got very popular. It first opened up, I think, about at 30 cents or 8 cents for a whole coin. Today it's over $8,000 a whole coin. I got first started investing in Bitcoin, I would say early last year when it was under $1,000. Went, been doing a little research on it, just kind of looked at it and just thought it was a good investment, something new for the future. Unbeknownst to me, when I first purchased my Bitcoins, over the next 5 to 6 months, all the way up to December of last year, it went all the way up to $20,000 a coin.
Yeah, that's a big
A lot of people don't
fluctuation.
understand that. Yeah, that's a huge jump. A lot of people thought that it was a pump and dump scheme, but it's still here today. Actually, you can buy Bitcoins at your local gas station, ATM machines. You can buy Mercedes-Benz with it, air tickets, PayPal. Lots of different places are accepting Bitcoins now. And kind of what happened was once the banks saw the power of it, they started to get into the technology of Bitcoin. So right now it's been kind of stable in between the 8,000, 9,000 range, but I foresee it probably shooting back up to over 2,000 to 50,000, 20,000 to 50,000 by the end of this year.
Yeah, well, a few weeks ago, or no, few months ago, I think it's last month, actually, I saw it really went down to, I believe it's 6,000, from 16,000 or 17,000 went down to 6,000, and everybody actually like going crazy. They're like, oh my God, I'm losing my money.
Yeah, a lot of people panicked because they got in on the Bitcoin, buying of the Bitcoin kind of late. I got in on it in the second wave. The first wave was when it was real low, just kind of starting up when it was under $1,000 to $200 to $300 for a Bitcoin. The next wave went from in between 1,000 to 10,000, and I think a lot of people got excited about Bitcoin around the 8,000, 9,000 range, and people just started putting in a lot of money into Bitcoin. But one thing you have to realize with any investment that you do, stocks, bonds,
All right. Well, we're gonna. I believe. Okay, there you go. Well, we're gonna actually, viewers. I will be redoing the interview with Big O. He is Mr. Oretias Herron. He is an entrepreneur here in Vegas. Okay, I think we're having a feedback. Okay, well, viewers, we're gonna be right back on the next segment.